So first up, we're going to be checking out Styropyro. And if my hesitation there is any indication, it's because I watched the first half of the 30,000 watt light bulb experiments and found out that he passively and accidentally melted metal with a light bulb. Not a laser, not intentionally, not knowing it would happen. It just happened to do this. Yeah. Our resident Aetheryte mage is doing crazy magical bullshit with science, and I'm honestly here for it. As much as I'm honestly here to be terrified of it, because, oh dear God, this is real. I don't actually know if I'm terrified, impressed, or fascinated. No, it's all three. It's definitely all three. So we're going to jump in and see just where this goes. The answer is not anything you would do at home. If you think this is something you want to try at home, don't. Styropyro is probably a genius and good at not killing himself, which is a very important thing with this. Also, I have no idea how anyone else would buy a $25,000 light bulb. Sorry, 25,000 watt light bulb that he then overamps to 30,000. Because of course he did.
Maybe I'll space the bulb differently in there so the this aluminum
the melting
isn't so close to it.
Aluminum melting. The thing we make planes from.
I can't believe that happened.
I can. I watched it.
At least it didn't like drip all over everything. That could have been bad. All right.
Actually, the crazier part is when you look at that, it looks like a solid, thinned out sheet, but you can actually see the holes that formed it initially when it was much brighter and still glowing. Oh,
For
God.
The next iteration, I have scooted this whole fixture back. That way, this the back of the new reflector is a little bit further spaced from...
I'm honestly wondering if it might actually be less the distance and more of the shape collecting the heat there, because it's reflecting at the curved section as the convex, I can never remember if it's convex or concave point, but the point angling in, so it had the most collection there before it dissipated out, where the sides could still radiate out and up, rather than the back where it would be collected the most thoroughly. Distance might work, but I actually don't know.
The filament, and it's less than ideal, but maybe it'll buy me more time. So let's fire it back up.
Can he use it again if it's already broken?
I let this fixture burn in. I guess I can see if this thing can, cook cardboard. See what we can do here.
Oh yeah, it can cook cardboard.
Oh,
yeah. It's already burning.
It's getting toasty.
That's a way to put it.
It's just brute force, complete brute force here. Yeah, just burns it on the face.
I just need to read this comment out because, oh God. Bill, you said, imagine if Styropyro made this bulb into a laser. I am actively not doing that. Not passively, not just not thinking about it. I am actively not considering your words. But I'm also kind of expecting that this is how the video will end. Also, Bill, you mentioned the cancer beam go. Considering this apparently does UV radiation because of that level of power? Yes. Yes, it probably can.
Insane. All right, so I'm going to see if I can get this to show up on camera at all.
I really hope he doesn't have any ballistic dummies. Can you imagine how terrifying he's like, hey, here's a ballistic dummy that's supposed to imitate flesh, and it's melting.
Yeah, you can see it just instantly scorches it.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, the closer I get, the more toasty it gets.
The crazy part is when you realize these were commercially available bulbs. People use these, probably more than one at the same time. I'm assuming that these were probably what were used in stadiums to provide light onto ball fields or other types of sporting events at night. I guess that's why they never had to worry about birds, because anything near there would incinerate. Can you imagine what multiple... No, I do not want to imagine what multiple of these would do. I'm not going to think about it. It just will never happen.
Wow. Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
It's so cool how it can just light the face of it like that.
And he just stamps it out.
Whatever.
Ignores it. I mean, he has mostly dirt
So
around
I wanted
it.
to mention something about the exposure here. So it's not just this little area that's being lit up. Oh no. The light goes way back.
Oh yeah, because he's turning down the ISO, the light allowed into the camera so far down so you can actually see details. So what it actually looks like is basically daytime from a low-hanging sun. Oh, God, man.
back there. It's lighting up the whole forest. So yeah, just incredible amount of light coming from this thing. You know, there really is no good way to get this to show up well on camera, but anyway, I'm still gonna try these plastic bags. Oh yeah, just instantly melts them. It shrinks them. Delicious molten plastic.
I mean, yeah, also everything plastic burning is toxic, but at this point, at what point do the actual fumes combust into a less toxic element? But as you met, seeing this channel made you realize the human race is unstable. Oh, or here's the crazier part. We're just stable enough that we can do this kind of bullshit and not die. I'm not sure which is better, honestly. It's terrifying. It's soup. It literally dripped away. You can see part of it falling away in the air.
I've got a CD case that I've already shot some holes in with a laser long ago.
Oh, God.
See how it holds up.
How long before it melts?
To this thing.
Oh, yep. There's the fire.
Oh, it's smoking.
There's the smoke.
And warping.
Oh, God.
Wow,
Yeah, it's actually already dripping.
Folded in half. Oh, it's getting all...
There it goes. Yep.
Yeah,
oh, you see the plastic strings from it.
All these like hairs of plastic. I know it's basically impossible for anything to show up on camera, but I'm still maybe. Oh, yeah, so that was newspaper and just
it just
lit
went
on fire, lighting the whole yard on fire. And then of course I've got the ping pong ball here.
Also, I'm being told, according to JFK, PE fumes combust at about 200 degrees Celsius. I don't remember how hot this was, but I think it was probably about that, so there's a very good chance these fumes also combusted.
I don't know if it's actually going to hold up. I mean, this one is white, so it's obviously not very...
What was that?
Here. I don't know if it's actually going to hold. Of course I got...
Oh, a ping pong ball. It was so glowing, I thought maybe it was a light bulb for a second. I didn't miss it.
Oh, it is getting melty. It is getting melty at least. Yes, it did. It lit on fire. No way. I'm impressed by that one. I guess, I mean, if it can melt aluminum, then maybe I shouldn't be so shocked. But
yep. For anyone who hasn't done this before, hi, welcome to Airier freaking out over Styropyro videos. This is the normal reaction, and yet still somehow less terrifying than his off-channel videos about storm chasing. Yeah. Ooh. Adela, one, thank you very much for becoming a member of the Clean Chef level. Thank you very much. Oh, sorry for butchering your name, though.
Wow, that's cool. What else can I light on fire? We've got some delicious plastic foam here, packing foam.
Oh, okay, I wasn't sure what that was.
It's already burning.
It's just shriveling.
Little thing. Oh, that's hilarious.
I do find it funny how you can always tell what is more aerated based on how it either shrivels or just engulfs itself in flames right away. Or the ping pong, which did both.
Okay, so this is the thermometer that sits on the wall, and you can see how it's all...
Are we talking a mercury thermometer here? Mercury has a very low boiling point, which is why it's liquid. Oh, this is probably going to go bad. Oh, God.
Screwy, it's like broken. So, let's see if I can see how hot this light bulb is with this. Can I get it in here? Oh, yeah, it's already at the edge.
Yep. When does the mercury burn? Unless it's not actually a mercury thermometer.
Can you see?
I know the older ones.
Oh, yep, there it went.
There, it burns there.
Ha, rip. So yeah, it's clearly a bit toasty in there. All right, let's see what it does to a candle here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
in hindsight, that makes sense. Actually, that was less extreme than the others. I guess it's meant to melt, so.
You know, I'm realizing now that this thing is basically the world's most powerful easy bake oven. So I'm kind of curious what happens if I try cooking food with it.
Is that a log of cheese? Like, I get graham crackers, s'mores, all that. That looks like either butter or cheese. My concern here isn't that he's making food with it. It's that he's irradiating the food with the passive UV creation that he admitted was part of this, and he would put cheese on it on a s'more. Or it's butter, and he's putting butter on a s'more. I mean, I know he lives, actually, I think in Indiana somewhere, or Illinois. I was going to say the South, but no, I think it's one of those states instead. Yeah, still, man.
Okay, I think s'mores will be relatively easy to make, so I think this is going to be the first thing I try to cook. And I'm going to start with this chocolate here because I think it'll be the easiest. So, I'm sure it won't take
it's
long.
actually holding up better than I thought.
It's already melting.
Yeah.
Mmm, delicious. It's hard to hold on because it's getting so liquidy. Oh, geez.
Oh, you can actually see it glowing a bit as the light starts shining through it just for a second there. Like, look right here.
Delicious.
Like, wait for it, wait for it. Is you see the exact moment?
Melting.
Wait, see?
Mmm, delicious.
Right there. You can see the moment where the light starts going through it, right where it starts melting, because the light is going through it. Because the way he's holding it doesn't change so much. It's just melting around it, so the light is penetrating it. That's insane, man. And Martin, UV doesn't harm food? Yeah, but he's also in close contact, and that's something you should probably avoid. It basically is like being in a tanning bed. I know it's not horrible. I deal with a lot of UV for curing 3D models when I do 3D printing on commission, and I'd rather not deal with that because it could fuck up your eyes. And, well, cellular structures, because skin cancer is a thing. Ooh, also, Croc, 1 second. Croc Manic. Fun fact. Oh, actually, I'm just going to pull this up so other people can see it as well. Fun fact. A weird home science. Dry ice, alcohol vapors, and strong magnet is all it takes to prove antimatter exists. You can do it yourself. The problem with this is that to get the alcohol vapors, you would have to not consume said alcohol beforehand. That is usually a problem. I have yet to be able to do that.
It's hard to hold on because it's getting so liquidy. Oh, geez. Oh, okay. So the chocolate is clearly ready. So let's move this up here.
He's not even touching it with his
marshmallow.
Hands. Granted, it's probably way too hot.
Marshmallow might
it will
be a
ignite.
bit harder because
it will definitely ignite.
Oh, it's so hard to hold this. It's getting so hot.
Like, I think I could see the steam coming from it. Or would that be smoke?
If I can get it from the
Both?
side.
Probably smoke. Oh, it's getting bigger. Yeah, because it's marshmallow inflating. There it goes.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, you could.
Yeah.
As he turned it, you could see a bit of the char on the backside. Oh, dude.
Oh, yeah. There's the smoke. I think I'll call that ready.
Oddly enough, no, it might not be.
Oh, yeah, that is very melted.
Really? Oh.
Okay, now, the cheese is going to be hard because it takes a lot more.
Okay. I was not wrong. That was a block of cheese he is going to put on a s'more. Is that like a Midwest thing that I'm just not aware of? I have family in Ohio. Is it just not Midwest enough? Do I need to go further west for that to make sense? You know, I don't want to think that's the case. I just don't. There's lines I'm not okay with crossing, and apparently s'mores on cheese is one of them. Which is weird because I know chocolate and cheese is actually a very standard affair to have together. But something about making a s'more with cheese on it just hits as absolutely wrong.
To melt cheese. Yeah, it's sizzling. Okay.
Yeah, but burnt cheese is awesome.
There you go.
I wonder how thoroughly it cooks.
It's starting to boil, actually.
You can boil cheese?
Okay, I think I can finally assemble. I don't know if you...
I just realized we've seen him with these glasses almost this entire experiment, but it's been so bright out. Well, not even bright, just so much light from this light bulb that the entire time they just look like safety glasses, clear safety glasses. It's only when you're looking at the side with the ISO probably turned up to the ungodly you don't get other light that you can even tell that there's a tinting to this. Holy shit, man. Ooh, also, Pro 2, thank you very much for becoming a member at the Go to Modder Eva level. Thank you. That's awesome.
You can see how melted everything is here.
And Shark Laser Boy mentioned you can boil anything.
I can't even assemble it because it's like falling apart. This is ridiculous. I think I overdid the power a bit, but it's falling apart. Everything is here. Ridiculous. I think I overdid the power a bit, but...
Oh god, he's actually going to eat the cheese on the... You know, I have found a new way Styropyro can cause physical harm. his apparent culinary tastes.
Let's give this a try.
Good microphone to pick that up. I mean, he's wearing it right on his shirt.
Yeah, it kind of lacks the smoky flavor of a campfire, but
probably safer for you.
It's still nice, like homogeneously heated.
But also cheese on a s'more. This is coffee. Keeps me awake. I wish it was alcohol right now, but it's not. Alcohol would be safer. Yep.
Compared to a laser, it's better than a laser.
Oh yeah, because laser just...
It feels like standing next to like 20 campfires.
Huge.
So I don't know if you can see this, but
oh god, will
the bag of popcorn here.
Will the bag ignite before the corn kernels pop? Probably both, actually. Yeah. David, what's my problem with cheese? I actually love cheese. I'm a big fan of cheese. Cheese on a s'more. There are some things you should not put cheese on. Like, on a s'more.
I think that this is going to be a tough game. I think it's going to be, trying to find the middle ground between actually popping it and, of course, lighting it on fire.
Or not dropping it when it expands.
Try finding that middle ground then. Oh, it's smoking a lot.
Pull back further.
And all the oil is like wanting to drip down, I think.
Oh, it has butter in it.
It's just...
Oh, but it is popping.
It caught on fire. Well...
Yeah, it went about as well as we thought.
Maybe I need to try that again.
A little further away.
I think I'm gonna have to be more gentle this time around. Okay, don't light on fire. Do not light on fire.
Also, Necro, you said that's white people levels beyond yours. Hell, man, this is my tan right now. Not actually joking. This is literally as tan as I get when I'm actually spending time in the sun for once in my life. Not the usual thing. I'm usually a pasty nerd. And even I don't do that level. Like, this is not just white level people. This is not Midwest level. I'm thinking we're going full Wisconsin, man. You should never go full Wisconsin. Unless it's for cheese. But not on a s'more. Ugh. We don't go Iowa. No one talks about that. It just lit again. I wonder if it's the butter that would do it, because maybe it just heats up faster than the actual kernels. Ooh, also, Croc, since you learned chess, pickle sausages, nothing weirds me out. Honestly, I've had pickle sausages. They're awesome. Very tasty. It's interesting, called Utopenic. I'm probably butchering the name. It's surprisingly good, especially with beer. A pickle sausage with beer. Okay, yeah, that actually sounds amazing. Especially if it's like a sour pickling with a very savory sausage. Ooh, and a very bitter beer. But like a smooth and bitter beer. So it's like not entirely kick you in the face. Not like an IPA. More like a light lager. Okay, that wouldn't really be super bitter at that point. Maybe Guinness level of bitter. Just enough that you can tell there's that counterpoint to everything else going on. I'm talking way too much about food. It's actually getting to me.
Lit on fire again. You've got to be kidding me. Yeah,
I don't think he is.
This one's gonna work. Okay. Well, what else can I cook? Okay, I got a hot dog this time. I mean, it's pretty hard to screw up a hot dog, right?
Yes. I have never done that. That is my least favorite thing to do. I never have screwed up a hot dog. I feel called out suddenly.
So let's give this thing a cooking.
It was a 3-time thing only.
Gosh, even having my hand outside of like the beam, just the fixture is so hot. It's
I'd like to point out, he has the hand with the glove on it, says it's too hot for comfort, so he puts his hand without the glove into it instead. We are watching meat burn, and he's putting his meaty hands into the light. Not even like the most direct light, but it's still, you can see it, so it's in the light. Oh, dear God.
It's hard to hold my hand there.
Stop doing it then.
Okay, I imagine that's enough, right?
It depends how thorough it is.
Let's give this a try.
Is it cold enough to eat?
Ooh, it's still toasty though. Let's see here.
Actually, you can see where it mostly burned along the lines where it was collecting heat from the metal. Huh. And that's where he bought it, though.
Oh,
or bit
yeah. Yummy. That was a good corpse tube.
Yeah. It's I'm not sure if they use the same method, but it is just intestine filled with various processed meats from the rest of the animal. Martin, how did I screw it up? They're not supposed to splatter, apparently. There's a reason my wife doesn't let me cook.
Oh, yeah, that chocolate there is still very molten, just sitting here in the periphery. Oh, you know, sitting here in the periphery.
Did he just... He dipped the hot dog into chocolate. Zio, you mentioned he's rage baiting. The thing is, I don't think Styropyro rage baits. I think he's aware that it could. I just don't think he cares, which is more terrifying because I think he's coming by this honestly.
Oh, you know, there's one more thing I wanted to try cooking, and that's bacon.
I will say, though, oddly enough, cheese and chocolate is very good. I just can't stand them on a s'more for some reason. Yeah, it shouldn't matter, but it does.
Here. I don't want to get too carried away, so just going to cook this single Mobius strip of bacon here.
Ooh, I'm actually curious. Will it become crispy or chewy? That actually could be a thing.
Oh, it's going to get grease all over that window.
Yeah.
Gross.
Oh, wait. No. He mentioned the tube for the light bulb. The outer container is a crystalline quartz, and he cannot get anything on it. What do we know about bacon other than it shoots everywhere? This is literally probably the most dangerous thing he's done so far, because if the crystal gets the grease on it, it might actually damage it. Shh. That could be a problem.
Ooh, yummy. I think.
Oh, I could hear that.
I think that's done. Look at that. Just wanted to showcase
Crispy.
that beauty.
But not all the way through.
Done.
You could tell which side was closer to the light, though.
Absolute perfection. Chef's kiss. Alrighty. Moment of truth.
Oh, it's chewy. Yeah.
It's
I mean, some people like it that way. They're wrong. Usually personal taste is a thing. This is just being wrong.
it's pretty good. It's awfully chocolatey.
Oddly enough, chocolate and bacon is actually pretty common. There's a lot of places that have chocolate desserts with bacon in it for extra bits of saltiness, because salt does actually make it so you can taste more of the sugar. This should weird me out, and honestly, for health reasons, I've never done it, but no, yeah, it's actually not that unusual to mix it in.
Just because that chocolate just got on those tongs and got on everything.
Oh, and I'm being reminded by Litmill that there was actually a glass panel between everything he's doing and the light bulb, which I completely forgot about because, well, all the other stuff melted. So there's that as well. Thank you for letting me know about that.
But yummy, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I think I'm satisfied now with what this thing can cook. Cause yeah, I'm gonna get burned doing this much more.
I'm surprised you haven't already.
For the final experiment, I want to push the lamp all the way to 30,000 watts.
Oh yeah, because we weren't actually looking at the full 30,000 yet. This is the weaker version of what the light bulb can do. Of course we are.
And I'll do this by simply cranking up the voltage.
Nah.
Now, of course, this isn't going to be good for the lamp.
Yeah.
But will it immediately explode? Well, I hope not. It's no surprise that running a light bulb past its rated voltage will decrease its lifespan. But how bad is it exactly? You may have heard that a candle that burns twice as bright burns half as long. But when it comes to light bulbs, it's far worse than this. There's a derating equation that predicts how long a light bulb will last when it's overdriven. And it's interesting because it contains this astonishing 13th power relationship, which is by far the highest I've seen for anything related to engineering. Now this means that just slight variations in voltage and thus power will cause massive changes in the expected lifetime. My giant light bulb is only rated for 150 hours of lifetime in its rated voltage.
That's it?
Now when driven at 30 kilowatts, that should drop to about 22 hours. Not great, not terrible. Now on the flip side, underdriving a light bulb can make it last far longer. So for example, this light bulb right here is rated for 1,000 hours of lifetime. Now if I decrease the voltage by 5%, it'll last twice as long. By 10%, 4 times as long. Now if I drive it at half voltage, it'll last 1,000 years. Well, at least.
Huh. So there is a very huge fall off or gain based on voltage. I actually didn't know anything about this, but it would imply that overbuilding a light bulb would make their lifespan obscenely long if you then underpower it. I wonder if there's other electronics that figure out that kind of turnover.
Based on tungsten evaporation. You may have seen stories about a light bulb that's been running for over a century, often in the context that they don't make things like they used to. While I still find something like this cool, it's no secret how this happened. The bulb is barely turned on. Alright, it's finally time to drive the ever-living daylights out of the light bulb. Now I could use a transformer to raise the voltage, but the problem with that is that one that's actually rated for the...
Can we all acknowledge that what he's standing in front of is legitimately terrifying because it means he's just had this option the entire time? I don't know what any of this is, but it looks like he's water cooling it. Okay. I don't know if that's normal for Transformers. I don't know if it isn't. I don't know if it is. I have no idea. And I'm not going to find out because it would make it more terrifying the more I know about this. And the reason I'm saying that is because the more you know about what Styropyro is doing, the more you realize the answer is something along the lines of and there's no middle ground. It's one or the other. There's no other way. Ooh, Croc, I'm just going to pull this up quickly. Difference between traditional pickling and US one is we don't use vinegar. Wait, really? But salt water with herbs, if failed, too warm. It rots, but tastes better. I'm going to say something that might be weird. I don't mind the vinegar taste. I actually kind of like it. Yeah. But at the same time, herbs and salt water also sounds admittedly amazing. Ooh. It really just does come down to the too warm part, though. And with a lot of places, I know the too warm was almost guaranteed. So yeah, I guess that's why vinegar would be in there. Both would be fun, though. Both sound interesting.
Power would have to be bigger than this thing. So instead, I'm going to use this relatively little auto transformer. The cool thing about auto transformers is that it's only the difference in voltage that's being transformed. The mains voltage passes straight through. And that's why I can use something the size of this to do the job of something bigger than this. Well, sort of. This thing is really only about half the size it should be, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Alright, I've got this thing...
Because he pointed out, if it's not rated for it, it won't last long enough. But he's not planning on it lasting long enough. Okay, that's fine. Oh, God. Yep.
Wired up here. I've got to say, it is pretty funny to see such thin wire connected to much thicker wire. But that's the magic of using this thing as an auto transformer. But even so, this is still a bit undersized, but that is fine as long as I keep the run times fairly short. Alrighty, I've got the bulb out in the yard there.
To get...
It is time.
Oh, because he's just powering up flat out now.
Watts. So,
hopefully he's far enough away to get...
here.
For anyone wondering, the green light is, if I remember right, an incredibly bright bug collector to get them all to go directly to it so that no bugs go near the light bulb itself.
Just barely glowing at 50
dude, you can actually see it starting to kick in.
Never gets old. We are at...
Let there be light, indeed.
60. Almost there.
90. 95.
Still has a while to go, and it's already at 100. Oh my gosh.
He just has a mini sun.
It's going off the scale.
And the scale is now broken.
Oh, I'm still going.
Would this thing break?
Okay. Wow. Okay. There is...
The camera is collecting the actual moment the light breakdown goes from blue and slightly to purple around it. You could actually see a rainbow effect around the light itself, including bits of green emanating in a very even pattern. You could literally see the breakdown of the rainbow around this thing, just in the diffusion from the light. And, Thiago, 1, sorry for butchering your name 2. Let's hope it doesn't explode. Oh no, I don't think it's not going to explode. I'm almost certain it will, because it's not a Styropyro video until something goes catastrophically wrong. Or right. I don't know what his intended preference is.
The full 30,000 watts. Wow.
5,000 more than it was supposed to.
Very bright. I can feel some of the warmth all the way back here.
Oh god.
Jeez.
At what point does it actually start damaging batteries? Or the wires?
Off the scale. It's probably pulling something like 110, 115 amps, I would guess. Oh, I could just soak it in all day. This is so nice. I mean,
at what point do you
barely above
unironically get a
freezing
tan?
out right now, but in front of this lamp, it's like.
If he leaves it on long enough, would trees start growing weird patterns to account for the actual light source? I don't even know.
A warm summer's day, right in the sun. Ah, this is great. Can it burn without the reflector on front? I want to get crap all over. Yes, I'll take that as a yes. I want to get garbage all over the bare bulb, but very much so.
What was that?
It's really.
What was it? Was that concrete? Okay.
The bare bulb, but.
Yeah, I think that's just a concrete block. Or a wooden block. I can't tell. It's probably wood. Let's hope it's wood. I'm going to tell myself it's wood.
Very much so. It's really hard to capture just how much light is coming off of this thing, because everything is illuminated. The trees just way, way out in the distance are just, it's crazy the amount of illumination. I can go way back there and it's still so bright. So
I think the best test would be just to walk as far as he can until he can't see it anymore. I'm being told it is explicitly just wood. Okay, that's good. Granted.
I want to see one thing here, so I'm going to go inside my shop. I just want to see what it looks like coming through the windows. Yeah. So look at this.
It lights up the
lights on
inside.
In the shop, and just that little thing that comes through the window there is enough to illuminate everything.
And there's the Firday cage he did all the experiments with the microwaves on.
You can see everything just fine, just from the little amount that's coming through the window.
You know, there's someone probably watching this going out and just having a panic attack at how messy his shop is. And I'm just thinking, this is one of the cleanest workshops I've seen for anyone who tinkers. Even slightly. It's not even a joke. They're usually worse.
Wow. Look at that. That is ridiculous. I can see everything so well. I wanted to get this aerial view here. You can see all
is he on the building?
It way back.
Oh, he has like a little stand he climbed up.
That's
has a turret on it.
incredible. I have to get further back. But man,
Whoa.
this is so cool. I would have never imagined that I would have so much fun with an incandescent light bulb.
Unironically, at what point can people see his house from space on the dark side of the movie? He's in a pretty dark area, I think. That's more forested and rural. Is there an actual chance that there might be a satellite somewhere out there where the spies are like, what is going on in insert Illinois or Indiana here? Something is happening. There's a non-zero chance that there is a spook out there who is watching this video and feeling relieved. Oh, God.
It's just an incandescent light bulb. It just happens to be really powerful. Yeah, that should be about 1 million lumens from that bulb.
Oh, fuck! To give you an idea, 100 lumens is a weak but decent bulb. 500 is a really powerful bulb. The ones I use to light up my office for recording purposes are overpowered. They can go up to 1,000. That is absurd. And for an LED, it actually does produce a tiny amount of heat. which is the thing you should remember. LEDs don't normally produce heat at ways that are worth measuring. He's doing 1 million. Jerpel, isn't spook a slur against black people? Oh, no, it's a reference to people in intelligence. Like a spy. A spook. Someone who's into the spooky shit. Yeah, just like black box you don't talk about because it's scary shit. That's why.
Even back here, this is just like scattered light. It's just scattered light.
Yeah.
It's still illuminating all of it. Looks so nice with the fall colors. Man, there's, you cannot beat tungsten for the color rendering. It is an ideal white light source because it's purely thermal. Of course, it's not efficient that way, but it's just unbeatable. Lovely still water there.
I actually mentioned earlier that he would just keep walking until he wasn't in a well-lit area. I think that's actually what he's doing at this point. The actual test is, how far does it go? There's probably someone out there watching this going, so if I got like 5 of these and I put them up high enough, I could just have daytime all the time. There's probably someone thinking about, okay, could I farm 24/7 with this? The answer is probably no. But also, I'm not sure the answer is no.
You don't get many nights like this in fall.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to the distance where I'd no longer be able to read a book, but still have a ways to go.
And the thing is, he's probably still using high ISO just to not see.
There's still plenty of light back here.
It's more the angle of it that matters than anything else.
Easily read a book in this kind of lighting.
Yeah.
There's still so much more to go. I keep walking back, and the light still keeps on spreading through. Finally getting to the point where it is getting dim, but of course that's just because the trees are simply blocking it.
Oh, there's a deer. Freaked out by the light and him
Looks
walking
like
around.
There's some deer staring at the light bulb.
Yeah.
There's still stray light making its way back.
And I'm not entirely sure, is it getting brighter from the sun out there? Or is there actual reflection from cloud cover right now? Normally, I'd think that's insane. They would never do that. But 1 million lumens, I don't know. I actually don't know.
Back here.
Oh,
I can even see the deer. Yeah, this is where, so I think this is 225 yards. Because that's where I remember doing the laser turret video here. Look at that. There's still, I could read it. I could read in this light. Absolutely. Just incredible that
the angle is probably the hardest part about it.
360-degree illumination. It comes all the way back here. Through the trees and everything.
I actually wonder if he could just put it up high enough on a stand that it would unironically just work as an extra sun for when he wanted to do something later in the day. Is it stupid? Yes. Would it work? I'm leaning towards yes as well. Oh, God. And Croc, you mentioned what you described as moonlight towers. It was an idea in the 1800s, but thanks to inverse square law, small street lamps were more efficient. Oh, I never actually heard of those before. That sounds pretty cool. I do know that there are currently some people looking into satellite reflective dishes to intentionally reflect the lights from the sun onto select areas where people are growing I cannot speak today, crops, so that they can grow 24/7. I don't know if anyone found it worthwhile yet because it's just easier to wait until the earth turns around, but it's something that people considered. Not sure about. Excuse me.
Look at that.
Though.
I could easily read in that light. Easily. Oh, talk about a still night.
Yeah. The crazy part is it basically looks like an extra bright sunset or sunrise with the angle of the light.
Dude. So there's a few crickets going, even though it's just barely above freezing.
Well, it's probably getting warmer. That's a lot of extra energy.
What the critters in the trees think of this, like my squirrel friend.
He's probably telling you to just stop, man.
It's daylight.
Although at this point, if anyone's stuck around this guy that long, they're probably used to the weird shit.
Looks like the coyotes like this.
Yeah,
I wanted
that's a
to make
coyote.
some comments before I end this video.
I will point out, I've actually heard a lot of coyotes. One of my previous places I lived was an apartment, and admittedly a city, but it had a pack of coyotes that would just go through the town itself because there was a large feral cat colony, so they were hunting the cats. Yeah, I know this because one of the feral cats decided that our house was the perfect place to hide in. They put up with my wife petting them and giving them a flea stuff. They give them entire treatments. But yeah, so I know that sound. I am used to hearing that sound. And I know exactly what it sounds like when they catch something too. It's freaky, man. Especially when you're like wide awake, just going, something's dying out there. Oh God. And thinking, if I walked to my car, would it be me? The answer is maybe. Yeah. Ooh. And Casimir Reed, 1. Sorry for butchering your name, 2. Thank you for joining the Go-To Modern Evil level of membership. Thanks, man. Yeah.
And the first in particular is regarding the incandescent light bulb ban.
Yeah.
So when I started making this video at the beginning of the year, there was this executive order that claimed it was going to rescind some energy-saving regulations, including those around light bulbs. Well, it turns out that this was pretty much legally meaningless, and incandescent light bulbs are still banned. Now, I will say that I do think that a ban on incandescent light bulbs is dumb. It's not that I think you should all replace the bulbs in your house with them, but there are still specific use cases for them, and I at least want to have the option to buy them.
Like
Now, the
easy
real
bake
kicker
ovens?
is that big light bulbs like this were never even banned in the first place. They were actually exempt because they have these specific use cases where there's no direct replacement that's energy saving. So there's actually a couple industries that like using these
Okay, let's see. My initial guess was sporting events. What other events, though, would do that? Like, is it meant for heating? Like, you wouldn't need the light off that aspect then. What other than sporting events for just that sheer amount of output would need a light bulb like that?
giant light bulbs. The film industry is one. I know they like them because they're a compact and powerful light source.
And warm lighting in tone, so you don't need to worry about being washed out. So, okay, that, yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense. Oh, Croc, lighthouses? Oh, no, they went LED a long time ago.
But specifically, they like them because the color rendering is just unbeatable. I know there's LEDs these days that come really, really close, but apparently there are still purists out there that want the best you can get, which is tungsten.
Yeah, because one of the problems people had between light bulbs and LEDs, and from even that point, light bulbs to candles, was that there's a drop in color of the light where candles have a very red tint to them. So it actually makes things feel more vibrant. Where when you go to a very bright candle, or from a very bright candle to a very bright light bulb, it loses a lot of the warmth. And then when you move from a candle to an LED, especially the first LEDs, which were very harsh light, it washes out the skin. It removes some of the pigment you would normally see. So my face is like, yeah, that's normal here. But that would be like me taking all of the red out of the face because it just washes it out. And it looks pale and ghostly and unhealthy. And it makes things look worse and unnatural in ways that just are off-putting. It hits that line between what is normal and what looks sickly, and it does not sit well. I guess for anyone in a visual medium, that would be a huge issue. So I guess purism is kind of a thing.
I guess the other big application is just for research stuff. These function as really good solar simulators, which shouldn't be a surprise. So they've used in research projects as well. The final point I want to bring up is the real inspiration for this video.
Wanting to burn shit?
Photonic induction's video on a 20,000 watt light bulb.
Oh!
Now, if you don't know who photonic induction is,
they did this in a suburb. At what point in this video did someone just get arrested?
He's an electrical legend on YouTube, and he's actually my biggest inspiration as a content creator. So when I saw that I could buy a bigger light bulb than what he showed in his video, I knew I had to do it. Just because it is not very often that I can beat photonic induction at anything. Now, unfortunately, he hasn't posted any videos in years, but he did tease that he's going to be coming back soon. So you should definitely check out his channel if you haven't already. He's made some just really good videos. One final thing. In my last video, I made rubies with my giant handheld laser.
Yeah?
And offered some for sale as my first merch offering.
Oh yeah, he did mention that in the beginning of the video.
I've done lots of experimenting growing rubies and other sapphires. With the rubies, I found that I get better color by lowering the dopant concentration, which makes them pinker while still giving the same bright fluorescence.
Oh.
These rubies look super nice when set into silver jewelry, which I now offer as merch on top of the bare rubies. If you're interested in buying my laser rubies and laser ruby jewelry, check out the link below. You
Of course, he literally decides to melt things as his merch.
can find the
Oh
other
my
kind of
God.
laser rubies there too. That is, rubies grown for use in lasers, as well as many other cool scientific gemstones.
Because the facets of the cut make them shine more, as opposed to the uncut ones, which just look like rock.
Well, that's about all I have for you today. So until the next time, stay safe and happy illuminating.
Oh my god, this man is insane, and I love every second of it, as much as I'm also horrified every second of it. Of course, he decides to melt things into ruby. I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked. More than usual. But God, just... Ugh. I'm in my usual Styropyro reaction moment right here of, oh God, followed by, oh God, and then a little more of, oh God. It might sound like I'm saying the same thing 3 times over, but the intonal reflection there, or intonation, it does matter because it does show the entire range of that is very important when it comes to his videos. It is fascination and terror all at the same time, but in different amounts. This guy's right up there with Nile Red, of people online who are just dangerous, fascinating, cool to watch, but also I would like to be multiple states away from them whenever they're doing anything because, yeah, it would probably be dangerous to be closer. Oh, God. Still, though, it is pretty cool just to see what you can do with, apparently, light bulbs that are used to mimic the sun. So if you haven't already, you guys know the deal. There's a link below to the original video. Hit it up. And when the next one comes out, if I miss it, let me know, because it's probably the 100 or 400 battery video, and, oh, boy. That will be a thing, man. Oh, God. See you in the next one. Adios.